Hello, Leo. Welcome to your Taurus New Moon card reading. So the Taurus New Moon takes place on the 22nd of April. This day is the final 444 portal of 2020. So the first 4 is for April, the 4th month of the year. The second 4 is for the 22nd, 2 plus 2 is 4. And the final 4 is for the 4 universal year that we are in. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 is 4. So the first portal that we had was the 4th of April. We had one also on the 13th, and then we've got one on the 22nd. That's the final one. These 3 portals have been a time of really rapid ascension. You might have noticed your intuition is higher, more sensitive. You might have been able to manifest things really quickly. Might have been feeling a little bit different than usual, maybe a lack of motivation, maybe a little bit lethargic. Some of the physical symptoms you might have experienced are headache, just physical fatigue, kind of feeling like your energy is really low, or even the opposite, like extremely high energy, high motivation. Also some digestive issues or like kind of joint aches and pains. Another piece of astrology that's happening right now along with the Taurus New Moon is that Uranus is conjunct with the Taurus New Moon. So Uranus is a planet that likes to shake things up. It's a planet of surprises, the unexpected, and the things that you can see that you might experience that are shifting or being shaken up really have to do with what Taurus rules, which is, values, how we value things, how we value people, how we value ourselves, grounding, because the 22nd is also Earth Day. So, feeling really rooted and secure in who you are. Grounding also has to do with our boundaries. Taurus rules prosperity, money, finances, growth, and this is really a time of liberation. So just know that any unexpected stuff that comes up, shakeups, changes that you didn't see coming, that these things are being ushered in by Uranus for our highest good, for our best good, for our soul's evolution, because as I mentioned, we are in a rapid ascension time right now with the 3-4-4-4 portals that have happened. So I have pulled 3 cards for you from the Psychic Tarot. So let's get into your reading. The first card that I have pulled for you is the 5 of Cups, and this is a card of emotional loss. The 5 of Cups in traditional tarot is really associated with grief. With kind of turning away from something. And in this card, we can see that this person is turned towards the darkness and away from the light. So if you are feeling that, there's some unexpected changes, or that you've been kind of dealing with something that feels dark, feels heavy, feels kind of hurtful, just know that the light, the positivity is coming, and that we collect evidence for what we focus on. And so if you are focused on the negative, the dark, the pain of it, that, it might be helpful for you to, make a 90-degree turn and just know that there's some light that's coming in. With this new moon, it's really a great time to set intentions, to plant seeds for what you want to draw in, for what you want to manifest in this next 30-day period. And so, if you've been struggling with a lot of loss, this 5 is a number of change. If there's some things that have changed and you feel like you're losing out because of these changes, I just want to remind you the Uranus conjunction with the new moon is, bringing about these changes for our highest, best good, for our soul's evolution. So, when we are not able to make changes on our own, God, source, universe, the heavenly celestial bodies in the sky will come in to help us with those changes. This 5 is a number of change, so you may feel like you have lost something. It may feel like a really big, heavy emotional loss, but, just remembering that there is light in this, that it is not all negative, it is not all bad, and that it is for your highest, best good, even though it doesn't feel good. So the next card that I pulled for you, Leo, is number 2 of the Major Arcana, Intuition, which is also the High Priestess card. So this card is really calling you to get quiet, to get still, to connect with your higher power. This is almost like a reflection of the universe back at her. There's these light rays coming from behind this door. The Ankh, the symbol for life. Just understanding that, this is a time of growth. This is a time of establishing a balance, reestablishing a balance with this 2 here. 2 is all about balance, partnership. If there's been some things in your life that are uneven, unequal, now is the time that things will start to come into balance. If you're not sure what those things are, this is a great time to tap into your intuition, to do some meditation, to just journal in silence with, no distractions, and just allow whatever, your higher power is wanting to tell you to come through. Our intuition is very much like a door that, we always have the choice to keep that door closed and not open ourselves to, the higher realms, the spirit realm. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if it feels safer for you to protect yourself and stay behind this locked door, you're always welcome to do that, because we all have the power to make our own choices. But just understanding that you have the power to open the door to, those angels, those spirit guides, those light bodies, those light beings that are of the highest order. That you have control of who comes in and out of that door. And that, if you can take the time to connect to your intuition, if you choose to connect to guides, to, ascended masters, that you can call in those that are of the highest in order to receive the guidance that you need to either move on from this emotional loss, or for setting those new intentions for this new moon. The third card that I pulled for you is the sacral chakra. So this is also another 2 card. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Again, the sacral chakra is located kind of just below our belly button. It is the energy center in our body that rules reproduction, sexuality, creativity. It's associated with the color orange. And, when we think about growth, physical growth, we can think about a baby in the womb. So for me, this feels like, you've had a loss, and, maybe right now you're grieving, you're mourning, or you're kind of stuck in a place that you aren't able to see the light. You're not able to understand why this is happening. Tapping into your intuition, your higher power, guides, angels, whatever it is that you believe, will give you some insight into what is being birthed at this time, what is being rebirthed or being birthed for the first time. Because the sacral chakra is associated with the womb, and if you're a man watching this and you don't have a womb, you still have a sacral chakra, which is where you create from. So, creativity in all human beings comes from this sacral chakra, from, this sexual center of reproduction. It requires a man and a woman to reproduce. So whether you are a man or a woman, you have reproduction power, you have production power, you have creativity power. So you have lost something. Your intuition will be able to give you insight and guidance into maybe why that happened, what you're supposed to learn, how to move forward, because there's a birthing, there's something new that is coming. This loss had to happen for space to be cleared for this new venture, creative project, whatever this is for you to come in. It's almost like if you think about cleaning out your closet, if your closet is full, let's say of shoes, you can't buy more shoes and fit them in the closet until you give away or sell or throw out some other shoes. So just understanding this thing that you lost, that you feel like you lost. I don't feel like this was a loss. I feel like this was a removal for your best, highest good, happened to make space for this new thing to come in. So as I mentioned, the Taurus New Moon is about growth and liberation. When reproduction happens, the baby's growing so that it can ultimately get to the place where it is big enough that it can liberate itself from the mother's body and be born and experience, this new beginning on its own. So Leo, this was your new moon in Taurus card reading. I really wish you lots of peace in dealing with this loss. And I just want to encourage you to focus on the light. Focus on the light around you and know that good things are coming. That, you know, if you're hurting right now, I'm sorry, I'm with you, sending you lots of compassion and love, and also hope for this new thing that you're creating that's going to be coming in. So I wish you a really blessed new moon, and I will see you for the full moon card reading. Bye.